So today we will be having and be practicing what we call the fish transportation. That means we are trying to transfer some of these fishes here to another or to more ponds in order to create what we call more space and more good living for the fishes. So we already had about 16 to 17 ponds already, but we still notice that there are still a lot of fishes in some ponds, which may lead to congestion, because we are trying to avoid what congestions may come and what it can do to the fishes. As we all know, congestion is not a friendly factors or behaviors of fishes, because before you close your eyes and open it, you might have lost some of your fryers if you leave room for congestion. Yeah, I know there are a lot of farmers that normally make this kind of a mistake, and because I have a friend farmer that made a lot of mistakes on such. Maybe sometimes he might be busy somewhere, or he might go out and will leave a risk of letting the fishes pond or vat get congested, or he may think he will do this tomorrow morning, but congestions does not give grounds, congestions does not give time. So anytime you notice that your fryers are over congested in a pond, I will tell you to move them, to separate them, to move them, some of them to another pond immediately. Danger of congestions normally do arise in the night time if you are not careful. In the morning and evening time, you may be seeing them, some of them being reluctant to feed, some of them a little bit hanging. But when it comes to the night, most especially around 1 to 3 a.m. in the night, you may not be able to control this, because number one, the ammonia in your level will develop. That means the dissolved oxygen in your water will be very, very low at this particular time, because the level present of osmosis may have reduced drastically because of the weather at that particular time. And being you that you don't even have an aerator to create more oxygen to these fryers, so this still constitutes a lot of dangers to your fryers at that particular time. So it is most advisable for you guys to practice what we call fish spreading, more spreading, in order to avoid that. And again, I'll be practicing what we call our first treatment, which is preventive medications for the fishes. So what I'll be using today is I'll be using the sea salt, which you are watching from the background. That means the rocky sea salt, the solid one, which I'll be putting in a bowl to allow maybe a few hours, like 5 hours, to make it dissolved very well, so that I can apply it to the fishes because of stress being in the way that we are doing the transportation. Because as we are moving into some tanks to the other tanks, you can see that we are running in order to make sure that they are very, very safe. So during this period, some fishes may experience stress, and with this they will drop, and by the time they are dropping, if you are not careful, more of them may drown as such. So you will need a preventive medications, that means anti-stress, for them to live very fine. So I'm trying to prepare what we call an anti-stress for those of you who are into archery. I know a lot of you, or some of you, really understand what I'm doing at the background. Basically, in Nigeria, we have what we call the salt. That means the powder salt is what we normally use. But in here, I'll be using what we call the solid salt for the prevention, and I'll be using some medications, that means some fish cure, which has some of ultra-tricycline, and which also have lot of vitamin inclusive, that will help me to enhance the fishes and will help to less the stress that the fishes may be going through today. So what can you use in order to prepare your pre-medications? Maybe the first medication will be given to your fishes after 3 weeks. Number one, get a salt. Number two, get what we call you can get fish cure. You can get fish cure, get what you call a tricycline, get what we call maybe some folic acid and vitamin C. This you can use, mix them, grind them very well, mix them in a bowl. You can let them stay for like 3 hours and let it be well fermented into the water, and make sure that you apply it on them evenly. So this will allow and help them from being stressed up, and I'll bet you by the time you look at your fishes, maybe in under 2 hours time, you will see how active and agile they will be, and I bet you they will be eating immediately. So those are some of the medications you can use in order to prevent them and to treat them. But note, what I am doing in this video is the preventive measures for them when, at least when they are 3 weeks old. That means the first medication, I'll be using them as a preventing tools. I told you once again, get some salt. You can use the solid salt as I'm using, or you can use the powder salt that you can see on the video. Yeah, get some ultra-tricycline, or you get some fish cure that has lots of some minerals into it that helps too as well, which are, and also if you don't have, you can get the folic acid, I said it, and make sure that you get some vitamin C. These are what you can use in order to prevent your fishes, most especially your fryers, at this stage, to live very, very agile and very, very active at all time. So that is my advice for today. Once again, if you would need a kind of mentorship of what you are watching on the background, make sure that you contact the number on the screen, and let us talk, rub mind, let me ask some questions so we can see how this beautiful program will go. Once again, I'm still presently in Ghana, precisely in Kumasi. That means Akwa Ibom Kesi, precisely in Kumasi. So that is where we are having this consultation program and training program, and as you are seeing from the background, we have well over 1 million pieces of fryers, well over 1 million pieces of fryers at present. So if you need any of our seedlings, maybe you need fingerlings, juvenile of any type, make sure that you contact the number on the screen, and we'll show you the location, or this will be delivered to you anywhere you are around Ghana. If you are in Accra, if you are in Kumasi, if you are in the eastern or western region, any of the region you are, this will be get directly to you from our boys. And again, I'll be going more, and I'll be teaching you more on how to have a perfect and successful hatchery. So I think I'll be having a collation of this video for you, for those of you who have problem in your hatchery. Maybe you're having problem, maybe the second day of hatchery, which normally cause through fungal infection or total pollution. Most of us, we don't really understand how to control the first day, that means the 24 hours after lifting the kakaban from the net, how to control those pollution that may arise killing your fishes, and again, how to save your fishes from escaping. I was going through a message that was sent to my DM presently, and by the time the person reported what I thought was a problem in the farm, I noticed that he couldn't save these fishes because the fishes are not dying. She is not seeing dead fish. Look at the background, no fishes is dying, but the fishes are getting smaller, smaller, smaller every day, and by the time he realizes, he has nothing left in the pond. So what really can cause this is like you not trying to save the fishes as the way you need to save them. Maybe you are using a wrong net, in your outlet when you are running your flow through system. So this can be a very great cause for such an activity in your farm. So many farmers do encounter or have such a problem, but because they couldn't look or they couldn't see anybody to guide them through, they will still think they are doing the right thing. Despite that, they are doing the very wrong thing. So all these I will be collating them, and I will be teaching you on how to do your net, the sizes of net you are going to use in the incubator, the sizes of net which you are going to use after a week, yeah, and the sizes of net you are going to use after 2 weeks, after 3 weeks, and after 5 weeks. So this can allow you, or if you are still using the same net, I will teach you on how to make sure that you model the net so that your fishes will not escape. This is very serious because this is where most farmers are having problems. Yeah, so watching from the background is us trying to release some of these fires into a new pond. And as you are doing this, we are still going to medicate them, prevent them from stress. You will need to take this practice very slowly by introducing them into a new pond or into a new environment. So this is an essential practice for fish management. Yeah, it's an essential practice for fish management. These essential practices are some of the points that a lot of farmers are still getting it wrong and are not doing the needed or appropriate practice that they need to do in order to have a successful result in the action program. I bet you, if you can manage your parameters very well, you can manage your factors very well, you can manage all those practices very well, I bet you'll be having an 100% success in your hatchery, as we are doing as present. I'm making sure I took my time not to do any kind of wrong or any kind of haste practice that may affect those fryers. So we make sure that you monitor them from morning till evening. Yeah, you monitor their behavior, you monitor the way they swim, you monitor the way they eat, which is very important, most especially the way they eat. So the way they eat allows you to know if there's a sign of any kind of outbreak that may happen to them. I bet you, if your fishes are refusing eating as required, that is the first sign you need to check. And immediately you check this sign, make sure that you run and rush and try to look at what can really cause the problem. And number one, what can really cause the problem is stress. Number two, stress can be through pond overstocking. Yeah, another one. People thought it's only when you have big fishes that you overstock. No, most overstock even comes from the fire stage, and this fire stage, the fishes are still very small and they are highly fragile at this particular time. And with this, any kind of mistakes, I bet you may lose all your fishes. You may lose all your fishes. So I told you once again, I'll be putting up and a very good training for you guys on how to come along and do your hatchery successfully. Once again, if you are still you are living in Ghana or in other African country close to Ghana, make sure that you contact the number on the screen, because we are going to have a comprehensive masterclass training in around June, July, August in this present farm in Kumasi in Ghana. So if you want to be part of this great achievement, make sure that you contact the number on the screen, and I'll be giving you information about the fee and the time that this great program will be on. For those of you who have not subscribed to my YouTube page, make sure that you do that now. Make sure that you follow and like, and make sure that you follow all my social media handles, and press on the donation button in YouTube. This will tell you when I release new videos on this channel. Once again, thank you and God bless you all.